Hey, check this out. On Father's Day, we went to church, right? And I was struggling. I was struggling with wanting to go. And I was trying to ask myself why. I was trying to figure out why. I was trying to dissect my mind. And the only thing I came up with was the clothes. And I felt a certain obligation in what I was wanting to wear and what I needed to wear. And you know what? I wore a nice shirt and I wear some camouflage, not camouflage, but some cargo shorts. And I looked decent. I looked presentable. And I was there and I was comfortable. So my case in point is that you're not going to find yourself if you continue to please other people, if you continue to have the want and the crave to please other people. The whole time, I was debating whether or not if I wanted to go to church, God forgive me, but I was debating whether or not if I wanted to go to church simply because I had a battle with what I needed to wear and what I wanted to wear, just because I knew other people would see me there. Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trials and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What it do though? What it do though? Y'all know what time it is? It is mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. I thank you for coming across this channel, and I ask, before you pass, give me a moment of your time just to listen what is on my mind that could also be on yours. I wanted to discuss the simple fact that you would never find yourself if you continue to have the want and the crave to please everybody else. And these are just a few examples that I have, but just bear with me, okay? Let's just see where this will go. And I already stated my example in the beginning. Hopefully you stuck around to listen to that. But there's a simple case in point about you never being able to find yourself if you continue to want to please everybody else. And look, I have another simple example. Check this out. I was off, okay? I requested it months ago. I was off on Father's Day. I went to work anyway. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking around at my job, trying to see, how the day would possibly go and be. And it was pretty empty. So I took it upon myself to, go in my manager's office and, ask him how many trailers would be there and, how the day would be. And he let me know that there wasn't enough to last all day. So I told him, how would he feel about me go ahead and taking a day off? And again, I'll remind you, I had everything packed. I was mentally, physically, emotionally prepared to work. So again, I took it upon myself to ask him, and he told me, if I wanted to, I can go and take the day. So I did. But this is my case in point with the whole you're not going to be able to find yourself if you want to please everybody else. So I knew the time was pretty much close to the time that everybody needed to come in, and I knew I was going to run into everybody. There was no avoiding it. And look, I didn't know how much of a problem I had with people until this day. And again, I have a lot of examples, but this particular day on Father's Day, it really brought it out. It really opened up my eyes. So listen, as I'm walking out, I'm seeing all my coworkers, and of course, I get some jokes about, you're walking the wrong way, Precious, and I'm just looking at everybody, and some of them are giving me that look like, why do you get to leave? You know how it is. I can never understand that when it comes to a job, because I mean, it's like we're all grown people here. We need money, we have bills, but a lot of times it's just like everybody has the mentality of like being in school. Okay, so go ahead and get it. So again, y'all already knew who that was, the MVP, my little one. So as I'm walking out, I'm seeing people. Go get it. Lord have mercy. I'm losing my, what? It's in the refrigerator behind the ranch, on the side. Losing my train of thought. Lord have mercy. let me hurry up. Long story short, the whole time I'm shaking, y'all, seriously. And I'm trying to, keep my chin up, letting people know that these little comments, just mind your own business. I'm leaving. It has nothing to do with you. But my case in point is that I'm leaving the building, and I'm just like, why is it that I wanted to avoid people? Why is it that I wanted to hide out until everybody started working? Why was that upon me? Why was that emotionally a battle that I was in war with? And it just brought it upon me that I was like, dude, you are leaving, okay? You have the day off. You didn't ask for it. You have the day off. You requested it months ago. So why are you embarrassed? Why are you feeling ashamed because of these coworkers coming in and you leaving? Because this is one thing I know for damn sure and certain. Just like I didn't have to explain myself to them, they damn sure wouldn't explain themselves to me. Because first off, I don't even talk to none of y'all. I don't even know if I like any of y'all. And I am pretty sure they feel the same way about me. So, I left. I got in the core, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I went to the gym. I made my videos. And while I'm at the gym, I'm just thinking to myself, you're not getting paid for this. Bills aren't getting paid for this. And you mean to tell me you left your job to come here to work out? Like, what makes you special? These are things that I'm talking about in my mind. Nobody's telling me this. But I was able to realize that you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. And I made a video about it. And this just goes to show how much at war I am with myself when it comes to people. I already told you about church. And I damn sure am not about to let people keep me away from hearing the word of God. So that made me mad. But the work situation, it just opened up my eyes, because those of you have been, following me for a while now, and those of you who just know a little bit about me know how much I value working out. I've been doing it since I was 8. It's just something that I love. It's something that I pray, even still, that I can get paid for it. And yeah, some of you may say, well, technically you have a job where you're getting paid to work out. Specifically, I'm praying that I get to have a job where I work out in the gym lifting weights, possibly, maybe even becoming a bodybuilder. I don't know. But to summarize those two examples, it's just to help you, to help us as people realize that if you continue to conduct yourself accordingly when it comes to other people, you're never going to know what you like. You're never going to know what you're passionate about. You're never going to even realize how brave and courageous you are when it comes to just doing what you want to do. And trust me, listen, I know we have jobs to support and provide for our families, right? And I'm not saying that, you should skip work to do what you want. That's not even going to help you financially. But I am saying that when given the opportunity, and when it's presented upon you, and when you are prepared, of course, financially, you should always do what you want to do and not let anybody make you feel bad for it. And I'm not even saying these people did that. But, some people don't know how to hide their jealousy. Some people don't know how to hide being envious of you. And I know that. It's just obvious. So I felt that and I saw that. That's the only reason why I'm even bringing it up. But again, we as people, listen, life is too short. Okay? You only get one merry-go-round, and at the end, you know, at the end is done. Nathaniel, you're never coming back. Okay? We have to do what we want to do, okay? To be ashamed and to have self-condemnation. Listen, if I'm prepared financially and if everything's good and if I'm presented the opportunity to be able to go to the gym and not be at work, I've been taking it this much, this long. And what I mean by that is that, anytime that I'm asked to leave from work, I go to the gym. And anytime I'm able to be off from work, I go to the gym. And it just let me know how much I love working out. It just let me know how much working out helps me mentally, spiritually. And the only thing it's not helping me with is just not financially. And maybe it's coming and maybe it won't ever. But at the end of the day, if you have something that you're passionate about, if you have something that you care about, don't drop it for other people. Don't condemn yourself. Again, listen, don't condemn yourself because of the thoughts and assumptions that you may think other people may have towards you. Because at the end of the day, it's none of your business. Okay? It's none of your business what people may assume or what people may think about you. And I know I make a lot of videos in regards to not caring about what people say, but obviously it's something that I struggle with. Being introverted and not talking to many people, you're able to read people a little better. And the fact that, again, I'm introverted, don't talk much, I let people talk to me, and just the simple fact that I'm aware of how people talk about other people, you just have the knowledge and knowing that they're talking to somebody else the exact same way. So, to summarize that statement, it's just don't give up what you love and enjoy because of the judgments of other people. Because you're never going to find out what you're passionate about. You're never going to really find out what you care about. We all know we got to have jobs. We all have bills. We all have families to support and provide for. But you still got to live your life. You still got to do what makes you happy, and you still got to do what works for you, okay? And what works for me, of course, is going to work and providing for my family, obviously, but also it's having time for myself. And the only time I have time for myself is doing this, and I'm starting to create a great amount of passion because it's like therapy, and it allows me to be able to just see what I know and what I believe I know and what suggestions I may have towards you and to myself. But there's not many things to help me stay grounded. And doing this and working out, those are things, and of course going to church, praying, those are things that I need. And I'm not about to let other people take that away from me just because of their envy. You know what I mean? So, again, you're never going to find yourself if you continue to live your life accordingly to other people. And if you don't know what I mean, if people are going to work every single day, right? And, they talk about going to work and how it's important to go to work and everything. And you just want to have one day where you're able to be off and you want to just have time to yourself, and you feel bad about it just because of what other people think that they know, that they preach to you all the time. Listen, you're going to walk around being a very I don't even know the word to use. You're just going to walk around being a very unhappy person, a very unhappy individual. You're going to be stressed, and you're not even going to know what truly makes you happy, and you're not going to know what you even want in life, because you're just living your life accordingly to other people. And some people may be right, of course. Some people may really know what they're talking about to you, but again, you got to do what works for you. And what works for me are those 3 things that I said: going to church, working out, and doing this right here. So if you made it up to this point, again, and I want to say this as slowly and as professionally as I can, us will never find ourselves if we continue to live for other people. And it's not so much about getting people's approval, validation, support, but you got to understand that you will never find yourself if you live for other people when it comes to doing what you want and doing what other people think you should be doing with your life. We've all been preached to as kids, as teenagers. We know, I know, but I also know what makes me happy. And again, it's not much. So it's not like we will completely neglect what we need to do because of what we want to do. And I'm not condoning that, like I said before. But listen, again, life is short. And if you don't have many things going for you as it is, listen, the few things that you have, you got to hold on to it, especially if it's not bad. You know, some people drink, some people smoke, some people go out and party and just live their life completely recklessly. There's no benefit from that. There's no progress from that. There's nothing really good about that for me. But hey, if it works for you, do you, because I'm gonna do me. It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Let your boy know what you may be struggling with, because let me tell you, it's probably something that I'm struggling with too. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting better together forever. Until next time, y'all. Hey, we out.
Nobody's going to remember your mistakes unless you are successful in spite of your mistakes. Unless you keep going while you're covered in crap. And when you do that, people look around at you and they say, hold on just a minute, man. He can't do that. He can't be successful. Remember